A man cuts open a watermelon. There's actually a baby lying inside. Not only that, but also, he looked at the fish caught from the fish store downstairs. In his eyes is also a baby. It turns out that the couple has never had a child. Male infertility, female infertility, so the couple is really looking forward to having a baby. This day, my husband dug out a humanoid tree root in his own yard. Take a look in your hand. The tree root turned into a doll. My husband looked foolish. He hurriedly took the tree root and hid in the warehouse. Quiet mimics help in pruning tree roots and shoots. Husband happily returns home. Take out the repaired tree roots from behind. In the eyes of my wife, this is a living baby. He snatched the root of a tree, hold tightly in one's arms, gently place the tree roots on the bed, put a baby hat on her, change clothes, stuff on the pacifier, and you're about to be carried out, show off to neighbors. The husband saw this scene, take away the roots of a tree from my wife's hand, clothes that roughly tear at tree roots, and smashed her hard on the table. He told his wife, this is just an ordinary piece of wood, it's not even our child. But my wife couldn't even listen. Husband helpless, can only hide tree roots in the wardrobe, promised to bring his wife to see him every week. My wife reluctantly agreed to them returning to the city. This day, husband coming home from work, the landlord suddenly came to congratulate her husband, said his wife was pregnant. My husband is completely confused. I only found out, when I got home, that my wife was bringing the roots. The city has prepared 9 children of all sizes, used to pretend to be pregnant. October. After 10 months of disguise, they finally took out the root of the tree. My wife carefully placed the tree roots in the bathtub, wash his hair with shampoo, and I also cut a nail by the way. Speaking. Do you really know where nails are? Night. Husband returns home, seeing a more inexplicable scene. My wife is actually breastfeeding the tree roots. The husband was so angry that he picked up the axe. We need to approve the tree root, and result in the tree root. I was scared to cry like a child. The man brought a wooden man home. As a result, he was mistaken by his wife for his own son. My wife suckles the tree roots every day. Angry husband needs to approve the tree roots and bear fruit. Unexpectedly alive, scared her husband even more to chop him up. But the wife refused to let her harm her children. Afraid of stimulating his wife, the husband can only helplessly throw down the axe. From then on, the roots of the tree lead a normal baby's life. My wife prepares baby meals for him every day, feed him mouthful by mouthful. Although the tree root is a baby, his appetite is surprisingly large, as hungry as a hawk. Even my wife's hair is wet. Fortunately, the husband discovered it in a timely manner, cut his wife's hair with a knife. Where is this baby? It's clearly a monster, but my wife didn't realize it. On the contrary, I say that my short hair is more beautiful. To satisfy the stomach of tree roots, my wife takes him to the supermarket every day to purchase food. He left the stroller at the door, coincidentally seen by the neighbor Xiaomei. Xiaomei curiously approached to look at the baby. I happened to see 2 little feet moving. She took off her socks curiously. Unexpectedly, the roots of the tree extend their branches, tightly wrapped around her fingers. Xiaomei was so scared that she turned around and ran away. Returning home, she hurriedly opened a fairy tale book. There is indeed a story in fairy tales where the roots of trees turn into spirits. The tree roots used to have an amazing appetite, and it's increasing day by day, even eating people. As expected, the couple just came back late that day. A little while, the cat at home was left with nothing left to eat. Not only that, but also, a postman is delivering a letter. Unfortunately, it has also become a dish for tree roots. The couple didn't choose to report it to the police. Instead, they purchased a large amount of food for the roots to eat and eat, because my wife runs to the supermarket several times a day. Purchase. Discovered abnormality by Kaewon district aunt. Aunt took advantage of her wife to go to the supermarket, lift up the stroller to check. The child in the car is actually fake. The confusion in aunt's heart deepened. He specifically called to inquire with the obstetrician. The doctor checked the information and told him, this couple is definitely not going to have a child. Auntie, listen, did these 2 people steal someone else's child? The righteous aunt immediately reported to the police. Female detective visits for investigation, but the wife struggled to stop it. But he couldn't stop the strong female agent. She pushed open the door of the tree roots room. Give the tree roots a feast. This tree root is amazing. He not only became a genius, even the police officers who came to the door were eaten. My husband dare not leave this curse behind anymore, ignoring his wife's prayers. Put her in a sack and lock her in the basement, trying to starve him to death. This scene happened to be seen by Xiaomei, so she sneaked into the basement. Seeing the roots struggling in the box, he curiously opened the lock and helped the tree root untie the rope. Unexpectedly, the ungrateful tree root was about to eat the small root immediately. Xiaomei is in a hurry to come up with wisdom. Say, I will send him food every day. That's how we escaped a disaster. From this day on, Xiaomei packs leftovers and meals at home every day. Take it to the basement to feed the tree roots. He checked fairy tales. Once the tree spirit cannot eat enough, would steal cabbage from the farmland, and then he was hacked to death by the farmer with a hoe. Therefore, he specifically instructed the tree roots to be hungry again. You can't steal cabbage. Due to the rapid consumption of Xiaomei's food, Mother harbors suspicion. Just lock the refrigerator. Xiaomei is trying to feed the roots of the tree, luring a lascivious old man into the basement. The neighbor who fed the tree roots to their fullest began to disappear one after another. My husband guessed that the terrifying thing was the root of a tree, so he picked up the chainsaw and prepared to criticize her. Unexpectedly, Xiaomei opened the box in advance. My husband turned into a dish of tree roots for dinner. Meal. Here my husband screams. My wife ran to the basement to check. They were also ruthlessly eaten by tree roots, resulting in numerous homicides. Make people feel uneasy. Everyone locked the door tightly and didn't dare to go out. Xiaomei is also locked up in the room. I can't get Xiaomei's feeding at home. The tree roots quickly became unbearable. She stretched out a branch from the cellar. Pickling cabbage. Eat anything and everything. Angry mother saw this scene. Push Xiaomei aside. Pick up the hoe and head straight to the basement. The ending of the story is the same as in a fairy tale. The tree root died under Aunt's hoe. Proof of facts. No matter how strong your martial arts are, you can't stop Aunt.